Hey guys, Ryzen here, back with another VTuber tutorial or VTuber episode. Okay, I do some explaining and stuff sometimes in throughout the episode while I'm making the VTuber models. So I'm still continuing with the Koishi Komeiji right now. So I'm gonna be making the accessories right now. So if you look at the image here, she's wearing a hat with a ribbon on it. Okay. So today we'll be, starting things off with Blender. Okay. Now, to get started with Blender, you will need Blender. I'm using Blender 2.9, but you know that's the compatible version with Vroid. And if you've seen my tutorial on, how to import Vroid models, you will need that version. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's use Blender 2.9 to make this cute little hat. Okay. So I have the shortcut already open. So I'm just gonna open the software now. Just give it some time. All right. Okay. Now you'll see this interface. Just click over the empty space and hit delete. Delete the default cube. Okay. Because you do not need that. Okay. Now let me first show you. Okay, I have this shortcut viewer plugin or add-on, installed. So what this will do is whatever button I click, it will show up here. So do check it out if you want to follow along. But we're gonna be starting things off with the hat here. All right. Now, as any good reference in Vroid, right? We have a reference picture uploaded in the software itself, or actually in the space, right? So hit Shift A, okay, and okay, I'm gonna do this again. Shift A and click on image and click on reference, okay, not background because that's gonna be the background. It will be the background of the overworld. So click on reference and head over to the directory. All right. Okay. And click on this one, images. No, right. Okay, now here it is, right? But as you can see, it's kind of, you know, messed up, not in the right position for us to work with, right? So what do we do here? Well, if you click on the image here, you'll see there is an object properties on the right side, which will show you the rotation scales. So this rotation is, messed up at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset the rotation. So how do we reset the rotation here? Okay, so what I was saying is that if you wanna reset the rotation or scale or whatever, there is a very neat trick to it. It's you just hold down the Alt button and press R to reset rotation. Okay, this is for rotation. Okay, R is for rotation, S is for scaling. Okay, and G for changing the position of the image in X, Y, or Z axes, or in between. Okay, so anyway, we want ouch, sorry about that. We want the image to be um like up straight. Okay, I don't know how else to explain it. So click on the R button. Okay, and in your keyboard you'll see the numbers, right? Just but before you do anything with the numbers, you wanna choose which axis you wanna rotate in. Okay, so if you press the X button, it will rotate in the X axis. If you press the Z button, it will rotate in the Z axis, and if you press the Y button, it will rotate in the Y axis while you're in rotation mode. Okay, this is in rotation mode, and I'm holding. I'm pressing. I press the R button. So yeah. Anyway, I want it rotate in. in the x-axis, so I'm gonna go ahead and click 90, press X, and then hit 90. It won't show up, the 90 won't show up, but if you see here, the rotation scale is now set to 90. Okay, now click on G and uh, press Z to move the picture up a little bit. Okay, now we have the good view of the image, right? Now let's start making the hat. Okay, now why I added this image is for referencing how huge I want the hat to be. Okay, and also for color picking as well, because we'll be color picking the colors here from this image, so that will be helpful. But anyway, to add a mesh or an object, you click on Shift A and click on mesh and choose which one you need. Okay, so I'm gonna start things off with a cylinder. Okay, now why a cylinder? That's gonna be our base. Okay, I think I'll make a beginner's tutorial on Blender sometime. It's really time consuming to explain stuff all the time, so I'm gonna you know create a beginner's tutorial. Don't worry. So I'm just gonna do my own thing and do stuff with it. I'm just scaling it down, and as you can see, I'm using the X, Y, and Z buttons to coordinate where I want the scaling to take place. So yeah, as you can see, I shrunk down the mesh here, and now I'm gonna hit the tab button to go to edit mode. Now you'll see there are some vortices and stuff like this. So the ones you need to focus on are these three when you're working with the edits here, because you're gonna have to learn all of these shortcut keys. Basically it's not that hard, but you see it's currently, if you hover over it, it's in vertex. Vertex are basically just points in the mesh. So this is one vertex, this is another vertex. Okay, simple stuff. And if you click here, or you can press the 2, press 2. Okay, and you can select the edges. All right, and if you press 3, you can select the faces. Very easy stuff, right? All right, now to remodel her hat, I'm gonna go ahead and extrude, or actually expand this face right here. I'm in face mode right now. Okay, that's why I'm able to select it. So the best way to remember extrude or whatever shortcut keys. So extrude, in the word extrude, the E comes first, right? The E letter. So press E to extrude, and you'll see it's getting extruded. All right. Okay. Now scale it down. All right, because we really wanted to scale it down here. Actually, we do not need the reference picture because I'm currently looking at my phone to as a reference for making this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Okay. I hope it's not a trouble, but yeah. Anyway, extrude out again. All right, and do this. Now, if you can see, it's a little bit saucer shaped or whatever you might call it. But don't worry, we're gonna fix that. Actually, let's keep it like this. This will be the base. All right. Now let's go ahead and make things that will be good. So she's wearing a hat, so obviously this face is getting in the way. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Boom, delete it. All right, great. Now I'm gonna go ahead and select this face, grab it, move it a little bit up, right? Suppose just to make some space. A little bit of space, okay? Nothing much. And now we're gonna be dealing with, okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring this thing a little bit up. Now, if you observe, if you try to shrink it down, you'll be like out of nowhere. So you wanna, make things in a very small fashion. So I'm gonna go ahead and scale it down for now so that I don't have to, scroll back, scroll back or zoom out to to actually view the enlarged object. So I'm making it small, okay? All right, now let's go ahead and start modeling. So in edit mode, I want to make it a little bit curvy and zoomy, like something like this, right? So how do we do that, right? Good, good question. We're gonna go ahead and actually make it zoomy. Is it pointy at the end? I mean, we could make it a little bit curvy, actually. Yeah, let's make it curvy instead. Yeah, let's see. All right, now what I'm gonna do now is actually, you see, we can select only one face at a time, right? And suppose if you want to, select all of the faces which lies in a same particular line. Suppose like like this whole thing, right? Not the upper one, just this one. You can click on Alt, hold down the Alt button, and while you're in face mode, just select one of the faces, and it will, try to auto select the one near it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and actually, okay, it's not exactly working because this thing is actually trying to, you know, go ahead with this one. I mean, how should I put it? Anyway, we're anyways not dealing with the face now. We're gonna be dealing with the edges now. Okay. So you see this one edge, we can multi-select edges like this. Okay. Extrude it out. Let me see. Okay. Extrude it out, right? Like this. Boom. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. You might wanna turn on proportional editing just to make it proportional. Okay. To my bad. Wait a minute. Okay. Turn it down so that only the lower part is selected and it's influencing the upper portion a little bit, as you can see. Okay, so that's why I turned on proportional editing. Okay, let me see, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, now there is a shortcut key to turn on and off the proportional edit, so that's the O button. Okay, it will get some time to get used to things. Okay, now it looks like a UFO saucer. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and press S, okay, to scale, and press Y. Get zoomy, boom, there it is. That's what we want. Pretty easy stuff, right? Now, don't worry, I'm gonna remove this base here because we want the head to fit in, and I don't want this thing to get in the way. So I'm removing it. Don't worry, I have a plan in mind. Okay. So now the next part you'll see over here, boom, a bump shape, right? So how do we do this, right? Well, we need a new object or a new mesh, I'd say. Okay. I hope this shape is alright with you. Don't worry, we'll texture it or two, okay? Wait a minute. Okay. One thing I noticed just now that she has a hairband and this thing is a little straight, right? We're gonna do something about that when we add this mesh on top of it. So press Shift A again, and this time select. I guess a UV sphere will do. You know, really doesn't matter. I still don't know what the difference is between a UV and a normal icosphere, but any will do. Okay, so I'm just gonna scale this to be an appropriate size. This is not beginner friendly at all. What I'm saying right now, and at how fast I'm going things, I'm going a little bit fast because I don't want the video to be too long. Okay, I hope you understand. And now, okay, see here, I'm gonna, okay, this is matching you know, what should I say? It's actually now touching the surface of the mesh. Okay, this was the cylinder, right? Let me name it base. Okay. Now, the most good thing to do is create a new collection and rename it as main, as as in the main stuff you're making, or you can name it add or whatever you want. Okay, that's what this will do is keep things organized, and this reference also you can put it here. I mean, it's up to you. We are not even including it, so I'm just gonna keep it out of hat collection. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why later. So we have this spear inserted. Okay, now what we'll do is actually cut some few parts from the spear. So for now I'm just gonna hide this. As you can see, I've been using this toggle hide option, which you even saw in VROID when I used it to toggle off and on the texture, the layers. So it's worked similarly here. I mean, that's just the same. So anyway, oh wait, I think I may have forgotten to tell you guys how to pan around the screen. Um, okay, just select shift middle mouse button to pan around and middle scroll wheel to see around the in 3D view. All right. Um, I don't worry. A beginner's tutorial is coming up sometime. Okay, after I settle down. Okay, now let's go ahead and create this thing. Okay. Now see, I if you see the base, right? It's along the x-axis, right? And if I need to cut the cut this part right here, right? We want to see where I want it to cut. So if you think about it, I'm gonna have to cut it from somewhere in between like this, right? Okay, right. Um, there is actually a way to do it, you know, to actually mark which parts you want to cut or actually divide. Okay. I don't know that method. I've completely forgot about the method. Okay, method to do it. So you will have to bear with me and see how I do things manually. Okay. So as you can see, we want to delete this portion right here. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to edit. My bad. Select the sphere, whichever object you select it and go to edit view. Whatever you wanna edit, you wanna press edit. That's that's really all I can say about that. Anyway, you see here I need to delete few parts here and there. So I'm gonna switch to wireframe view because this solid view is getting in the way of my editing. Or actually, maybe we can just keep it like this. Yeah, there's no issue. So I'm gonna go ahead and press Alt and select. Now, if you do this, it selects one loop at a time. I hope you get it because it's selecting as a loop. So actually, it goes around the end too. So I don't want to select the loop like this. I want to select the loop like this. Okay, like this. You have to mess around a little bit to get it to select like this. It's okay, you'll get used to it, I'm sure. But anyway, how do we select the other loops? Like this one, you know, I want to multi-select. Well, to multi-select, there's a option. There's a button called the shift button. You hold down the shift and, click stuff and it will multi-select whatever you click on, okay? Now, manually, you would do it like this, but I'm gonna go ahead and select multi-loops, like, you know, press shift, alt, and left click. So yeah, let me do it again. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Ah, my bad. I just, control Z to do that. Anyway, just do it like this and you're done. No, we're not done. Excuse me, why am I not? Okay, now there are a few parts that's not getting selected for some reason. So you'll just have to manually, press hold down the shift because I think it's not able to detect it because loops are what have a end point, right? Now, if you observe here at the end here, all of the vertices are joining in one place, right? Now, if it's joining in one place, then they all have a common endpoint, which doesn't even works for loops. If all of the loops end in one place, it won't be a loop. That's why the alt option isn't working. All right, so you'll have to manually just do this. Boom, boom, boom. Probably shouldn't say boom, 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 but hey, trying to be a little lighten up the mood here. And press delete. Press the del key actually. That's really it. Or you can press the X button to delete it and choose faces because we're deleting the faces actually. All right, great, perfect, right? Now there's an issue. If you see here, I'm gonna move it up a little bit, I suppose. All right, now I want to join this thing and then this thing, right? I want to, join the vertices with the surface of it, a surface of this plane. Okay. So how do we do that, right? So you see, we have two different objects here, right? With two different vertices. Okay, I'm selected one, and as you can see, if I try to, do this, it won't actually join with this one. So how do we actually do, actually, join these vertices to the other mesh, right? It's pretty simple actually. Um, okay, you'll learn more shortcut keys now. Okay, so be on. I'm gonna go ahead and shift select both of these. You can even shift select objects too. Okay, keep in mind. Use the shift button to hold down the shift button whenever you wanna multi select objects in the anyway. Go ahead. Yeah, it was Control J. No mesh to join. That's true. There was no mesh to join. But we're gonna join them in edit mode. Alright. Now we can actually join the vertices here. So that's pretty good, I'd say. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. Is it just me or okay, it seems I need to do a little bit of manual editing. Yeah, I think I should have made this made this sphere a little bit smaller. Adjust the size first, okay, before joining. I mean, there's no way I can join the mesh right away without actually editing the photos. Oh, we'll have to find out. Hmm. Suppose I can do the size here like this. Yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. I'm just gonna try and make it perfect. Okay. Mm, okay. Good. Now it's like joined together or something. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, somewhat joined together. Let's go ahead and merge it. Boom. Control J. Let's do this, and it seems it automatically joined the meshes or the vertices. Really? That's it. It was really that simple. Mm. I thought like few of the things won't actually join, but hey, sure you can do this way. I was actually gonna show you guys how to manually stick the vertices to the plane, but that's not necessary. It's okay. It's a little bit complicated, but good thing we avoided the complicated part, or else that would take a more time. Anyway, so we made the thing, right? Open this up. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yeah, this one is a perfect size, I think. Yeah. Or do you want me to actually make it a little bit girthy on this side? Yeah, sure, we can do that. All right. So how do we do that? It's pretty simple. Proportional editing, which affects the other areas. Yes, we'll be using that. Let's go to face mode and alt select. Okay, and go ahead and turn on proportional editing. Now to use the scale S to scale, and this will essentially try to affect the area nearby. Yeah, this is pretty helpful because then we don't have to manually uh, again edit the other faces to match with the size, because proportional editing makes everything you know around the around the thing we're trying to change proportional to its size. I'm not good at explaining, I'm sorry. Not a blender veteran or whatever. So oh, there's one thing I forgot though. This needs to be a little bit flat, so I'm gonna make it flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and select vertex mode. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Now if you see here, if it was a little bit flatter, it would be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this one little vertex here. Don't worry, just this one vertex, and click on G and I press the Z button to influence the other areas here, and boom, there it is. Perfect size, right? Great. Now we have a good hat ready, right? All right. Now let's go ahead and do the main stuff. That is the texturing, which is our favorite part, right? Ooh. Okay, I do hope okay, I still have. Okay, sure. This won't take long actually. Texturing is pretty easy. So you have this thing, right? Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this mesh is divided into, faces and vortices and whatever. You know the stuff, right? You know the drill. So, anyway, we are going to be unwrapping this, or actually separating each of the parts of this whole mesh into something that we can paint on. Okay, so we are gonna be going to this texture paint, but before that we want to unwrap it, so you will go to UV editing. Okay, all right, now there's one more shortcut key yet again for all the new Blender users. just click A to select everything in this mesh. The image is not getting selected, don't worry. So, okay, I think the image is getting in the way, I suppose. It feels like the image is on top of the hat. Don't worry, I'll push it back a little. But I'm gonna show you this. Okay, you see this? A to select everything. Now this is everything selected, okay? Now press the U button, yet another shortcut key, or you can click on View UV and click on Smart UV Unwrap. But for for faster process, and if you wanna do things quick, you know, uh, don't click on Unwrap because that's not gonna unwrap it properly. So click on U and click on Smart UV Unwrap because that's gonna smartly unwrap the whole mesh into a proper thing that we can actually texture later on. Hmm. Is it a smart thing to texture it on? I have no idea. But I suppose it might be useful. Who knows? Well, alright. Wait a minute. Is UV editing needed for texture painting? Oh, sheesh. I think I made a mistake. I don't think it's needed. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure, but anyway, here we are in texture paint. Okay, so we're gonna find out if UV editing is needed or not. I myself haven't used Blender too much lately, so yeah, we'll find out. So you have these paint brushes, right? Now you'll see that this thing is pink, right? And we do not have any textures. If you try to paint on it, you'll see missing textures. Why? Because we have no textures. You can see there is literally no texture written over here. Okay. Now this is gonna be the fun part. You can click on the plus button, and you'll see these options right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on base color because that's mostly what I work on. Or you can go for metallic for if you're making robots or stuff like that. It's up to you. All right. So base color. This is where we need the image actually. Okay. Okay. But before that, I wanna put this image a little bit down and a little bit on the back. Okay. All right. Nice. Now, what the heck happened? Oh, don't worry. It's because I selected this image. It doesn't have any texture mode. You can either go over here and select the base and go back to texture paint to have this up. Or you can just go ahead and click on this drop down menu and suppose if this were selected, you can select this texture. Okay. Anyway, let's let's get on the drill and do the texture. Okay. So click on the plus button and select the base color. Now you'll see this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this right here and wait, there's no there's no color picketing. Are you kidding me right now? Why there's no color picketing? Wait a minute. Um there is color pick over here, but there is no color pick over here, huh? On the base color. Oh, that's kind of detrimental also. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, now you see over here, there is a color option. Click on this color pick and select this one. Select select the brown one, the dark one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now head over here. Click over here again. I can't see the color code of what. Really? It's not in RGB. Come on, make it RGB. RGB is best. Anyway, it's fine if the base color is actually this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we can color pick over here for Blender 2.9. Maybe in higher versions it's possible. So I'm sorry if you are using Blender 4.0 and just trying to follow this tutorial, but I'm doing this in Blender 2.9 alpha, okay? So yeah, gonna go ahead and do this, and you see this. Now we have a texture. But if you try, okay, you can still texture, but I'm gonna tell you guys to go to this drop down here and select your material base color. Okay. Now you see these. Okay. You can create more. I think this is like a layer of some sort, like in V-Roid we saw while we're texturing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and color it up. Okay. Okay, it seems some parts are not getting colored. Why? I have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, I didn't know. Let's look this. I don't know why I'm not able to color on this. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna increase the strength here. Okay, you can increase the strength over here as well as the radius. Now there is a shortcut key for this yet again. If you wanna learn the shortcut key, otherwise you can toggle these. Okay, no issues. So click on T. Is it T? Oh my bad. I forgot what the shortcut key was. Wait a minute. Okay, guys, I think I made a mistake with unwrapping because, this doesn't look good at all, right? I'm gonna go ahead and actually, this unwrapped material is totally horrible. So go over Smart UV Unwrap. I don't know why, but you should totally uncheck this. Huh? Okay. Okay, I guess we're dealing with this. Okay, fine. Sure, sure. Okay, never mind. I guess we're dealing with the normal stuff here. I suppose it's stressed, that's why it's showing like this. Yeah. But you know, let me see. To actually start. Oh, it was the F button. Okay. Click on the F button. Hold the F button, and you'll be able to, use your mouse. If you move the mouse up, it will increase, and move the mouse down, it will decrease. Okay. And for the strength, you wanna click on Shift F to increase the strength. So okay, like this. I think this is the highest. That's why I'm not able to go above it. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and texture everything over here. Now why it's why it's not actually. Wait, why is the strength this much? Man, no idea. Okay, I'm just coloring it up, everything. It doesn't look good, right? Why is it so? Because we are in the materials tab, I suppose. So head over here, click on Madcap, texture, and you'll see the textures. Okay. Don't look good, but you can switch to viewport shading to actually view the right color here. So this is the color that actually shows up when you're about to do stuff. So yeah. Actually, this is not the best color here. We are gonna make it a little bit darker. You have to use the light option over here to make it darker. Oh, wait a minute. Is there any light over in this? I don't think so. Let me just check. Yeah. Oh, it is about the right color. Yeah, it is the right color. That's true. Okay, shading tab right there. Okay, it seems it's like in shading tab. Oh, makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go to material tab and you'll see this. Okay. This is the color at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and what happens if I try to add in more base colors though? Oh, so that means we can only select one of the two. We can't have it in layers. You're kidding me right now. That's pretty inefficient if you ask me. Wait, why can't I delete it? Okay. Sure, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and do the texturing now, alright? Because that's mostly what we have to do now. What's going on? I'll have to texture it from here. Are you kidding me right now? I don't know why I'm not able to texture from here though. Okay, I guess you need to experiment here and see where the texture actually falls into, you know? So obviously this part I'm just gonna leave it be, and I'm gonna go ahead and decrease the size here a little bit. Okay. It would be much better if I was able to texture it over here though. Why is it not allowing me to do that? I have no idea. I'm only able to, color on the upper surface, but not in the lower, which is totally sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and color pick this guy, and let's see, a little bit, no, over here. Oh, okay, this is the zoom ins, right? Yeah, these are the zoom ins. So I suppose it's like this, right? Yeah. But I'm telling you, this is not the correct way to texture stuff. It's totally wrong. I think I myself have to do a little bit of research here and there to, you know, see if things are correct or wrong. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode off right here, and I'll do the texturing on the next episode. Alright. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. Until then, bye bye.